What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we're here to look at a brand new Pirate Rumble banner that's going to be debuting on the 4th of November at 1900 PST time. Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest Driven featured. So Driven characters are the ideal characters you want to be pulling here. So this means that every single character you pull in this banner will be a driven character. All the legends likely are going to be driven. I think they'll probably still inject some other Pirate Rumble legends here that aren't driven, because they typically will do that. But nonetheless, very intriguing decision to do that, because not only do we have a new banner, it does introduce two new characters. You can see at the front, you have a new Kanjuro and Orochi. And Orochi is a brand new Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest exclusive character. Kind of odd though that they're doing that, considering, you know, the previous Rumble banner that we had was the banner with Garp, and the next Rumble banner straight after it is another legend banner. So I don't know why they decided to do that, but either way, we have Orochi. We'll go through all of his details in just a moment. The banner itself is pretty typical to other Pirate Rumble banners that we've seen in the past. You know, discount multi, at least for the first multi, so I'll still at least do that. I'll still do the discount, nothing special there. But every other step is like pretty typical stuff. The thing here is that a lot of these steps that say like Rumble ability, level max character, you gotta remember that that can literally still be any character, because there's a bunch of rare recruits and old school legends that still have Rumble abilities, right? So you're not guaranteed to get a Rumble character. It's just saying whatever character you pull will have maxed Rumble abilities. So don't get it twisted about that. You do get the Orochi guaranteed if you go to the 25th multi. Do not do that. Orochi is not worth 25 multis. And also, we're not even at part 2 of the 8.5 anniversary yet, so we don't even know what that's going to entail. And once again, we're very, very close to New Year's. But, as we said, it goes live on November 4th. And the recommended characters is Orochi, and you've also got Kanjuro. So we're going to go through these two new characters. Hopefully they're worth it, man. I really hope they're worth it, because last month's banner with Garp and, what's his face? Donchin Zhao. Those characters weren't really amazing for Rumble. I think Donchin Zhao is actually a little bit better than what we gave him credit for. But let's see what we got. We have the Kanjuro here. Kanjuro is a quick driven striker. I mean, his regular abilities don't matter. Let's have a look at his Rumble. His Rumble ability, his passive, will give driven and striker characters 5 attack, 5 defense, and if the current HP is above 60%, then he will give himself CT speed up 2. That is fine. That's actually a pretty good Rumble skill. That's actually really nice, because Striker themselves don't have a lot of Rumble characters. There's not a lot of characters really out there for Strikers. I mean, the only one that really comes to mind is the Cat Viper, which was literally the first Rumble unit to ever come out. So finally we're getting more support. Unfortunately, it is another quick unit, which does kind of suck. Let's have a look at this Rumble special alert. 34 CT is really steep. Really, really steep. He gives driven and striker characters speed 6, crit 6, and then 3 enemies for 3000 damage and a 100% chance of paralysis. Not a great skill at 34 CT. Obviously, he gets the fact that he gives himself like level 2 CT increase, which will speed up that a little bit, but probably not too much. That's a little underwhelming, I must admit. I mean, he's still fine. If you're gonna build a striker team in Rumble, you're probably still using him just for his Rumble ability alone, because, I mean, strikers don't have good Rumble characters in general. So I can see that, but he's just not that great, unfortunately. Anyways, we'll have to wait another month. Hopefully we get some more good Rumble characters. Either way, let's go ahead and move on to the highlight, or hopefully here's the highlight. We have Orochi as a brand new Sugo Fest, or Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest exclusive character. Quick driven powerhouse. That's something that we've seen before for sure. Let's have a look at his captain ability. Boosting driven and powerhouse characters' attack by 4.5, health by 1.75, increases damage taken by 1.5. That's odd, okay. Very reminiscent of like old school Blackbeards, like the Raid Blackbeard. Reduces special charge time by 3 turns at the start of the next turn after receiving damage. Okay. Makes sense, I understand, okay. He allows you to overheal. Okay, that's interesting. High HP, increased damage taken, but you can overheal. Okay, I understand. After taking 50,000 or more total damage during the quest, he boosts driven and powerhouse characters' attack by 5.25, heals 2,000 HP at the end of the turn, 10% damage reduction, and then removes the increased damage taken effect. That's really interesting. Well, look, especially if you're running double Orochi, like, you're gonna have absurd amounts of HP. Taking 50,000 damage is actually not going to be that hard. I think a lot of people are going to see that, and that's really, really weird. But if you're running double Orochi, you're taking 2.25 times damage. So reaching those thresholds of 50k is not going to be that hard, especially if you're up against, even if you find like a mini boss, like if you're looking just from the ideology of like an arena, for example. If you reach an arena boss and like a mini boss on stage 3 or something, that character will do a lot of damage to you. The issue here, though, is that if you get despaired, you lose a lot of health, and I don't think losing health from despair will count towards his buffed captain ability, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But, of course, one of the big issues with characters that debut during Pirate Rumble is that they do not have super type, super class, etc. So, huge downside there. It would be nice if they debuted Rumble characters here that were dual units, because that would mean that, you know, they don't even have super type or super class anyway. So, again, pretty big missed opportunity that they don't have super type, super class, etc. Like, it's fine. He'll be fine for content for sure. He's a driven powerhouse captain. That's good, really, really good. But if you're gonna be running a driven powerhouse team, just use Versus Akainu, man. Just Versus Akainu is so much better. Let's have a look at the special ability. He reduces charge time by 1. He deals 100 times his attack and typeless damage to all enemies. If the captain is driven or powerhouse, he further increases all enemies' increased damage taken status by 0.3. That's odd, because there's not too many characters that really inflict that in general, unless if he does it himself. That's odd, because the only one that really comes to mind is literally Int Yamato, who's driven or powerhouse. So that's odd. Okay, boost driven and powerhouse characters' slot effects and color affinity based on the total amount of damage taken before launching the special. So if you don't take, well, basically if you don't take any damage, or it's between 0 and 50,000, it's 2.25. And then you get up to a maximum of 2.5 after you take that 50,000 threshold. If the crew's HP is at 70% or above when you launch the special, you cannot be KO'd. Okay, for 2 turns. Okay. Wait, hang on. If the crew's HP is 70% or above when special is launched, cannot be KO'd if HP is 70% or above for 2 turns. That's interesting. I don't think we've seen effects like that before. That's odd. Usually, it usually just says if you're above HP threshold, you can't be KO'd. But this says you only can't be KO'd if you're above 70%. So this means that, like, if you use the special and then use something else to cut your health, then you can still die, because you need to be above 70% to tank the hit. But this also means that if it's for, like, multiple turns, you can, like, you know, tank 1 death hit and then take another death hit on a second turn. Unfortunately, it's not a 3-turn effect. That would have been pretty nice. But yeah, like, the other odd thing about it, right, is the fact that he boosts orbs and color affinity. And you know what other character that came out recently that also boosts driven and powerhouse orbs and affinity? 6+ Uta. And it's a much better boost than what this guy will give. Well, like, I mean, even just on initial activation of Uta's special is better than what this guy can give you. I don't know. I really don't know what they were thinking with this character. Very, very weird design choice for Orochi. He does resist. Does he resist special reverse? Every time another driven or powerhouse uses a special, reduce cooldown by 1. And then driven and powerhouse quick and recovery sorts of matching. That's actually pretty good, because you can use the whale sharp ship to make tandem matching, so you can get quick recovery and tandem matching pretty easily with this guy. But the fact that he doesn't have special reverse resistance is weird. The fact that he reduces cooldown, so you have to, if you are using him to get around special reverse, you actually have to have another character that does resist it. So pretty bad design decision there as well. Pinch healing, which kind of makes sense. 2 times below 50 is pretty good. He's got the Enrage effect, reducing increased damage taken. Doesn't really matter for this guy. He does have Hunger, which is, again, perfectly acceptable. That's a really good highlight, of course. Let's have a look at the support effect. Attaching to Conjurer or Kaido, so at least Kaido gets another support. Once per quest, if the support character uses a special to change your slots, boost the color affinity of your normal attacks for driven and powerhouse by 1.75 and heal 2,000. I don't know too many Kaido characters that specifically change slots. I think that's actually a little bit rare. I mean, obviously the Kaido... I think the Kaido effect, speaking about hybrid Kaido here, the one that is for Super Tandem, he doesn't actually change slots. He just makes strength slots into Wano with his special. So that actually won't work there, unfortunately. There aren't... I mean, you got like Versus Kaido, for example. I'm just going to look it up right now. Any characters that change slots, because there aren't that many. I mean, like, Kaido's special doesn't really do much. It changes strength into Wano. It doesn't actually, it swaps them. It doesn't change slots. You got versus Kaido. I mean, Quick Kaido, I guess, technically could work in that instance. The Dex Kaido from the treasure map is actually pretty good. The new Quick Kaido that we just got, does he change slots, actually? I didn't think he does. No, he doesn't. Okay, so that's a bit of a weird one. I'm not really too sure. Bit of a weird effect. I think it's pretty decent still. Not a bad support. You know, there's going to be instances where that's going to be good. And then, of course, we need to have a look at his Rumble stuff. What does he actually do in Rumble? Is he going to be worth it? I mean, the sprite obviously looks really, really cool, though. Driven and Powerhouse. HP 5, Speed 5, Attack 5. All enemies attack down 3. I mean, you can't dispute that's a very good Rumble ability. This is very, very good. Immediately off the top of my head, because he's quick, driven, and powerhouse, he's gonna have good synergy with the new Quick Fuji Rumble Rare recruit that came out during Film Red Celebration. He obviously got versus Akainu, Quick Kaido, Magellan. Like, there's really good overlap here with quick, driven, powerhouse. I mean, that's good. 31 CT targets 2 enemies for a 35% health cut. Targets 2 enemies with high CT for a 100% chance of special bind. Targets 4 enemies for speed down and attack down 6. So, I guess technically when you think about him and his Rumble ability, he already gives attack down level 3. So, with Orochi and activating his special, 4 characters will have attack down level 9. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I really don't know if you're really going to use this guy over, you know, all of those other quick-driven powerhouse characters. But again, as I said, you can have a team with, you know, Shiryu, Orochi, Quick Kaido versus Akainu, and like Magellan. That's a really good front line that I could already see this team would be pretty solid. But I don't know if he's really going to see a lot of play, really. He seems kind of okay. Normal attack heal, that's odd. And 200 HP at an interval, so he doesn't even have a good resistance either. It would have been nice if he resisted like action bind or special bind or something like that. I don't know. And he doesn't even have a special GP skill. Are you kidding me? Like, are you actually kidding me? They're gonna release a new Rumble character and no GP skill? That's just... Yeah, look, I don't know, guys. This doesn't seem like it's worth it. I think that you should probably skip this banner overall. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know that this data download came out quite a few days ago, but I'm finally getting around to making a video on it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about Legend Orochi down below in the comment section. Pretty much a weird choice. I don't advise, like, realistically pulling for this guy. You should just wait until you potentially get him on, like, a Rumble ticket eventually, or, you know, if you just do a random pull and eventually get him. He's not really worth all that, to be honest. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, though. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.